afternoon, everyone. Bill and Carrie here with KB Tricks.
Hello.
Where are we at, hon?
We are, well, it's the final day of the state fair, so here we are. This is only my second day here. This is a record for least amount of days I've visited this year.
I feel really bad for Carrie. I got sick, and normally we're here a lot more often, but I got sick, so we had to take it easy the last couple days so that I could recover. But we only got a couple hours left. It's Labor Day, last day of the fair, so we got just a few hours to try to get in as much as we can. Our first stop is we're going to stop into the Colosseum. There's a bunch of vendors in here. Inside the Colosseum, going to walk up in the stands here. And so in here they'll have different shows, rodeo.
I got a better idea. Let's line it up.
The crowds really aren't that bad inside the Colosseum right now. This is one of those that can get pretty busy throughout the day, so it's usually good to get in here when it opens up or kind of later in the evening after a lot of people have left. So this is one of those challenges or interesting things when you're going to walk to the Colosseum. Sometimes they'll close off this path here because it's connected to the building next door, and so they'll have livestock or horses, whatever, come through here for the shows. So that wasn't long, less than 5 minutes that we had to wait. You can see some of the performers getting ready to go in. We're at the corner of Judson and Elton. This is a new vendor. What's the name of the place?
Pickled Barrel Sirloin tips.
Okay, and we got their item here. This is their sirloin tips. This is a regular portion, 14. Then we got a sweet tea for 5. But this is sirloin tips with mashed potatoes and onions. We are destroying the rib tips. What do you think, hon?
They're very good.
Yeah.
Got a good season on them. The mashed potatoes are fantastic.
Oh yeah, these are very good. I would definitely do this again.
Yeah, the only thing that's kind of a bummer is they're supposed to come with mushrooms, but because it's the last day of the fair, they're out of mushrooms.
Oh, I didn't even know that. And then
mushrooms would have made it so much better too.
Oh. And then you got a sweet tea. How's the sweet tea?
The sweet tea it's just your standard sweet tea, but it's very good.
Those tips were good. We're gonna wander into the dairy building. Was in here before. And I showed you the first day that they're making the butter sculptures. This is the last day, so they're all done. Let's go take a look at these. These are just fantastic. Every year they so much are. Look at the detail. And that's the Princess K. She's usually the last one to get done. Here are a few more. Just the detail's amazing. And again, they do this every year over the course of the fair. Just fantastic work. Decided to get some ice cream with one of Carrie's favorites, the
twist cone.
We got 2 twist cones because I'm still not feeling well. Yeah, we're even. I tried telling Carrie to take the one on the left, but she wouldn't. But thanks, sweetie. She knows my throat's hurting. How's your twist cone?
Very good.
We're walking into the International Bazaar. This one stage here, they rotate with performances of different cultures. Right now there's someone performing from the Ojibwa band of Native Americans. The International Bazaar is actually a great place to go to find items from vendors from all kinds of different cultures and backgrounds, because you can't get like this kind of diversity in a lot of places around Minnesota. Just wandering out of the International Bazaar, we're gonna poke our head into the Horticulture Building. In the middle here, it's interesting to see some of these displays with flowers and everything. This one is for the Ghostbusters. You can see Stay Puft kind of post damage, and you can see ghosts flying around above. This display is a Harry Potter themed. Got 9 3/4 for the Express. And that's the hall with the floating candles. Oh, and got the book. I'm going to go one of the more popular places to stop at the fair, the crop art. Oh, this seems like a good time to go. Very little crowd over here right now. You like the crop art?
I like the crop art. It's very intriguing.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What is it? What is crop art?
It's made of corn kernels.
And seeds?
And seeds and other stuff, yes.
Yeah, so it's just creative art.
Yes. Made of this stuff. And that stuff.
All right, here is some crop art. These are This is called the Seed Queen. This is all by one woman named Lillian Colton. So you got Barbara Streisand and Princess Di, Abraham Lincoln, Sherlock Holmes. And this is more of the amateur contest. That's open. These are just impressive how they're all done. A lot of these are made with seeds or beans.
I love the Jeff Goldberg Jurassic Park there.
Is that the original or the new one?
I think that's the original.
Yeah, that's the original Jurassic Park. This one's honoring Nichelle Nichols, who passed away this year from Star Trek as Lieutenant Uhura. This one won first place. This is Al's Breakfast, which is a landmark cafe in Dinkytown from the University of Minnesota.
So as someone who grew up playing Super Mario 3, this is the best one by far.
That's amazing.
And it was the reserve champion. But that is so cool. I can't believe that that's crop art.
Yeah, made out of seeds.
Yep, that is so neat. I think that's level 1-1 too.
It looks, pixels. Wow, that's great. They're honoring Betty White. That looks like a photo. Such great detail.
That's Fairchild. That's so neat.
Yeah, they do three-dimensional art too, not just
yeah, even the
2D.
unicorn next to it is
Yeah,
super
the
cool.
unicorn is fantastic. These are so great. Oh my, I love this bomb pop. It looks very three-dimensional. Here's another Nichelle Nichols. That one is amazing. I think this one's funny. I like that. They actually have a ear cord on there too. Very well done, all these. What do we get, hon?
We didn't get Vietnamese iced coffee.
Oh, I'm sorry. One of the issues when you come on the last day. It's okay. A little bird's gonna come and land and poop. But what did we get?
We got a giant egg roll on a stick.
But still, this is one of our favorites now.
Yeah, but it goes best with Vietnamese iced coffee.
Okay.
Cue whining.
This can be a little challenging to eat, particularly when you're trying to put the sauce on.
Yeah.
But what did we think?
It's very good.
Very good. I can't believe we did not try this before the drive-through state fair.
Yeah, we never had this booth. This booth has been here for several years. We never had this till they did the state fair drive-through in 2020. And now this is a staple.
Yeah, now I can't imagine going to the fair without getting this. And
yeah, and I can't imagine going to the fair without getting a Vietnamese iced coffee.
Honey,
but I guess I have to suffer through it this year.
We can get your iced coffee someplace else.
It's not from Caveat, or however you say it. It's really good coffee.
So this is the booth where we got the gigantic egg roll, and where Carrie normally gets her coffee, iced coffee.
I know.
Denied.
Denied, but that's just how good it is that they're sold out.
Across from that booth where we got that egg roll, you can find this awesome mural here, Minnesota. Look at that. Almost looks like a license plate or something.
Yes,
but
yes.
It's more pretty than a license plate.
Yes.
But speaking of new foods that we like, what's one of your favorite go-to foods that are, maybe just tell us what multiple of your go-to foods are for the fair, like cheese curds or whatever. Just tell us below, and maybe it's something new that we haven't tried out that we want to go hit up next year.
Exactly. Oh, next year. That sounds so sad.
This is the Hamlin Dining Hall. This is the 125th anniversary of them at the fairgrounds. They are the oldest continuous vendor that you can find on the grounds here, at least for food. And again, they're celebrating their 125th year. This is their third location in that time. Made our way back to the Midway Men's Club, and that's where we found my folks. Yay! You got the double cheeseburger too. How was it?
Wonderful.
Yeah.
Well worth the money.
Yeah. Definitely like one of the best values at the fair.
You bet.
So we had to get ourselves our own too. And Carrie already took a big old bite. So now, how is it? You can give me a thumbs up. You don't have to say anything. There we go.
What if I had given you a thumbs down? How would that have handled it?
Well, you should know by now not to bite when you see me pick up the camera.
Well, I thought we would talk we weren't going to do this.
Well, that's your fault.
Well, go get me a soda.
Yes, Dave. We're just gonna kind of wander around and see if there's anything that we have not hit up yet. What do you think, Connor? Are you having a good time?
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, is there anything you want to go do?
I can't think of anything. I'm too full to eat food.
Okay.
And I think I've hit up everything I wanted to see.
Okay, so it's been a success even though we've only had 2 days.
Yes.
I I can't recall if I've ever actually been here during Labor Day before. Have you?
I know I've been here on Labor Day. I don't know if we've been here on Labor Day.
Together, but it's very different. Like the streets have been busy, but when we go into the buildings with the vendors, like
The buildings are empty.
yeah, well maybe not empty, but
Yeah,
there's
no, not empty.
definitely a lot lighter crowd
Yeah.
than what we're expecting.
Exactly.
So we're just kind of wandering our way out. We've hit a lot of stuff that we wanted to see.
Yeah, we
you
pretty
know?
much, I mean, we did the things that we missed last week. And
Yeah,
yeah.
not bad for only 2 days at the fair for us.
Yep.
You know, but
We broke a record.
for least amount
Least
of time
amount of days spent here.
for fun. I had to
Yes.
come here for work for a few days.
Yeah.
But least amount of days here for fun. So here it is, honey. One of the landmarks around the fair that some people might not know where it's at, but they've seen it. What is this? Is this Fairborn or Fairchild?
Oh God, of course you're asking me. I think it's Fairborn?
I have no clue. It could be either. It could be neither.
Well, it's
You know.
one or the other. I
Well.
just can never remember who is who.
Well, anyway, so there's the iconic gopher for the state fair, and he's kind of behind the Space Tower. So the Space Tower is there. Sky Ride is back there. Horticulture Building is this building. This is where you can find it if you want to get your iconic selfie. They actually have a selfie spot you're going to take advantage of. Behind the Space Tower is this yellow building. A lot of people go unnoticed. This is an administration building, but that's kind of a headquarters type area. You can see here that I was talking about still quite a bit of crowd here in the streets, but when we go into buildings, they're not nearly as crowded as you'd think. A lot of people seem to be heading on the way out the gates now. It's about 6:30. Okay, so we made it one final time.
One final time. This is a wrap on the 2022 Minnesota State Fair.
Did you have fun, even though we didn't make it much often?
I still had fun. I would have had fun. It would have been fine if we just made it the one day, but I'm glad we got here the second time.
Yay.
Even though it was only for a couple hours, it was perfect amount of time.
Yeah. So, again, leave us a comment. What is your favorite state fair food? What is your go-to? Or did you find something new that you really like this year that maybe you hope will come back next year? Oh, maybe even what is your least favorite food?
Or even, it doesn't even have to be about food. What is your favorite state fair tradition? Like,
Yeah.
what do you have to do when you come here?
Yeah, where's that thing you have to see or thing you have to do every year? But I want to thank you for joining us. Please do us a favor and subscribe. About 90% of our viewers are non-subscribers, so please help us flip that number around. But we want to thank you for joining us. I'm Bill.
I'm Carrie.
We'll see you next time. Until then, good luck and have fun.
See ya.